Okay, gentlemen, the rules in the dressing room, I want to protect yourself at all times. Obey my command. God bless you both. Touch up.
The two touch gloves, Alvarez. Now the words are over. And this is the biggest of Alvarez's career as well. And the action underway. Who's going to be the first to make a scoring? Guns blazing in the early stages. Although, having said that, if he gets the opportunity...
Plant has got to avoid moving back onto the ropes, got to boxing rings.
Nearly 2 minutes gone, and that's
the right hand from Canelo Alvarez. Got a little bit better. He's got that nervousness out of his system, should I say, in that opening round. Plant can actually handle that pressure and keep his man at distance behind that.
Alvarez connecting there. That time you hear the...
But this is what he does, isn't it, Alvarez? He just gets closer and closer.
Brilliant at closing the gap, and he's looking for an opportunity.
Just keeping him at bay with those shots. Now he's got to... He'll be a sitting duck in many respects. He's got to move. It make things more awkward for Alvarez. The Billy Joe Saunders style, try and frustrate his opponent. Maybe Danny Jacobs when he's still
left hands already in this round. That's good again though from Plant.
So first, Caleb Plant. That's where he's got to move. Can't afford to stay there.
Quite seen the solution, but he'll said, "I'll be patient. I'll wait."
Yeah, he's a very patient.
That's that right hand.
Every trainer I've ever spoken to, that a fighter against him, tells you what's going to happen. They think they've got the remedy. You have class. That's just absolutely brilliant.
So how did he do that now?
He walks his opponents down, and that's why it's okay having the height and reach, but you've got to put something
in Plant's favour. But a long way to go. That's a nice little shot inside from Plant's left hand.
Yeah. And that's a bit better with his movement, moving off to his right, away from that right hand. He just changed the angle there, didn't he? You thought a jab was coming out, but he just... This is where Plant has got to keep him at bay and start hitting him with some big shots. He's there to be hit, Alvarez, but Plant is not
to it. Alvarez only just missing with that right.
Jab, hard to detect. And again, he's having
couple of headshots as they came out of... Well, we're coming towards the end of this third round. Briefly, Richie. Goes the distance, of course. Judges will determine.
He's making a decent start, but he's got gears because Alvarez, that's what he will do. Eventually get to this man.
Alvarez into range. Solid body shot.
He's got to move, keep the movement going. You hold your feet against this fella on the ropes and he's going to punch a hole through you. You've got to hit, you've got to move, make it awkward.
He's finding Plant as tricky as Plant predicted he would, for once forcing the Mexican back a little.
Alvarez into it.
Keeps
across and closes the gap down as Plant is trying to move off to the side. Oh, that's a good shot. Again. Alvarez, you hold your feet, you go back onto the ropes, and you just take your eye off the ball. Can be fatal because he's very, very explosive on the inside, is Canelo Alvarez.
Punch yet in this round.
Until a little bit desperate with his work, maybe, but it's the movement that's important from Plant.
Load up on the left hook. Throws, even if it doesn't land clearly, the crowd go absolutely berserk.
Give credit to Plant, making things awkward. He hasn't hurt Alvarez, but he's certainly making things difficult and awkward for him.
That's good.
Is it okay? It hasn't thrown many right hands. I've seen him grimace.
He's caught him clean, unless you caught him on the back of the head in one of those shots he threw from the ropes. I think it's against those left hooks, Rich, because that's the way he's going. He's moving away to his, he's trying to get away from the dangerous shots that are coming in.
Most of Alvarez's attacks in that round. And again, it's a close one, Richie.
It was a close round. I had it even, actually, John.
And Plant, well, he'll think that he's doing it.
It's good work from Plant, but you just sense that around. He dips the head. Occasionally, he can hit the forehead with a shot.
Mayweather, of course, cope with this man. He's coming into range more.
Yeah, and this is where Caleb Plant has got to throw more shots. It's better from Canelo, but Plant's holding his feet.
Another solid shot from Alvarez.
And again, he's getting closer and closer, and Plant's feet are slowing down more and more, John. It's a testing night as long as Plant keeps moving. That's why the crowd are getting a little bit frustrated here and there. Toe-to-toe boxing. That's why Plant's got to keep the movement.
He's done a pretty fair job of avoiding...
Just making things awkward. That's why you see Alvarez now just quickening the feet up a little bit. He's got to get closer.
At some point, the power shots like that from Alvarez would surely take their toll.
But to throw more shots, but Plant quite content to stay at range, try and keep his man on the end of that jab to avoid the shots as he comes forward.
Some of the Mexican fans are jeering. They want to see Plant stand and go toe-to-toe with him.
You box your fight. And like I said before, Billy Joe Saunders made it very awkward.
Getting into the corner and landing a solid left hand.
Stay out of the corners, keep the movement going. And it's not bad boxing, this. The head movement wasn't really there. And it's Plant that seems to be gaining confidence now. So this has swung round again to be growing in
former journalist. Now working in the PR side of the game, which said, John, you've been coming here long enough to know the score. That's better from
in this contest, and they just decided to stand and trade. But look at that from Plant.
Fast hands, moment of embarrassment for Alvarez. Powerful body shots. Plant acts as though it was. Did you have that, Richie?
Well, I had it for Plant again. I mean, I got Plant ahead now, but I thought Plant got it.
You know what we said about there's a little bit of frustration in Canelo's work, and there certainly is a bit of frustration in his work to the body.
You've got to give Plant a lot of credit. You know, whether or not he's going to be getting the verdict here as a very real fighter in the super middleweight division.
The previous round, John, and again he started this one. He doesn't want to get his boxing very well on the outside, making things very awkward, and Canelo Alvarez now is getting to him.
There almost has to be a bit of desperation for Alvarez. He's got to find big shots. That was a right
hand, but to slow those feet down, that's what he may have to do. Hurt his opponent.
Phenomenal condition, and that conditioning is now being tested right to the hilt. Alvarez in this round.
Yeah, he can't get to him, can he? But again, Caleb Plant just making the mistakes of holding the feet. Got to keep moving.
Incidentally, if you'll have your own idea watching at home, we've just had a little straw poll about in the balance in the 10th round, and a lot of people thought it would have ended by now.
The body. This up to now, again, it's another close round.
Alvarez.
Plant has done a great job in quieting this crowd. That was always going to be important, and he's done that.
Alvarez looking to create history. But Plant also, good shot from Alvarez. He's found after he's gone. It was the left hand. It's taken some time to come, but there in the 11th round, there it is, and a big left to try and clear his head.
But yes, it's the left hook, and he's got him again, John.
He's looking to take him out right now, Alvarez. Plant has to find a way to hold on, to try and stifle him, but he can't. And down he goes, has done it. It took a long time to come, but when it came, Alvarez becomes the undisputed world champion by 11th round knockout. Caleb Plant, a tremendous night, but when
he just switched off, paid the price, and now he's been knocked out.
He's been a little bit too confident. He's taken the first 20 seconds, 30 seconds.
There's a huge amount of respect right now between these two warriors.
Absolutely, Caleb Plant would find this contest very difficult.
Richie, let me just Steve's thoughts on this one. The judges, and they all had Canelo in control.
The judge that maybe had it only well, no, the one judge had it, what's his name? Patricia Jarman, who had it only 2 points. Okay, I don't think that was up. Let me tell you something. That was a close fight. Let's forget the scores for a moment. Let's savour what they're savouring here. The finish.
He brought there, that left hook, and then following that up with a savage right uppercut.
Yeah, tremendous work, and you know, you find the left hook. This is the first left hook. What a shot that was. crowd stays not very good at all, because they obviously don't appreciate, Steve, any boxing on the back foot, and there's more than one way to skin a cat. And
that showed heart and bravery.
He's such a well-respected champion, and obviously the crowd love him here, but he is a terrific fighter.
Saúl Canelo